Good evening to you. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Come on in, tag and share. Even if you tag them and they watch the replay, that's even better. At least they get to hear the nuggets that will be dropped on tonight. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. Welcome. And for those of you that when you come on or you come in, I use a platform. A lot of times I'm not able to see the comments, so a lot of times I comment after the broadcast, after the live. So I will comment. I will go back and comment, but I appreciate the comments and the inboxes and the Cash App, the PayPals. I really appreciate it. Excuse me, my apologies. But welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Come on in. I promise not to take up a lot of your time on this evening. It's been a productive day, just a little long. And I gotta get something to eat and prepare for a busy tomorrow. But welcome, come on in. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome. Good evening. I hope you guys have had a great day. I'm gonna go ahead and begin because I don't want to keep you long. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. For those of you that may be new, Dr. Perkins, Coach L, Dr. P, Coach P. I am a certified mentor and a certified life coach, business coach, except for any type of athletic coach. I'm not one of those coaches. But welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. If this is your first time joining, I thank you. I'm humbled enough that you will come to even join this segment. Wisdom Wednesdays are just a snippet. They're small segments where I come to provide words of encouragement. I'm an encourager. I'm a purpose pusher. I love to motivate. I love to help to activate those things that may be laying dormant in the lives of others. It is my job to do those things, to speak those things that can help bring transformation into your life. And the only way that we can grow, the only way that we can get to the next level, the only way that we can propel and move forward, the only way that all things can be made new is if we change. And changing comes every day. Even when the Bible says we have to renew our mind daily, it comes every day. It should come every day, but you have to be willing to change. Willingness is a part of change. And so I hope that I say something on this evening that can help to push you towards your change. And that is my greatest thing that I look forward to, is to get the testimonies, to get the text messages, to get the inboxes of how something that I may have said from people that I may know, or some people I may not know, but you never know who's watching. And I believe that the words are very powerful, and you never know the circumstances or the situations that someone else may be going through. And so I hope on tonight that I can share some things with you that can help you change, or to help you to think about some things or look at things differently. Because how many of you know, sometimes we can hear some certain things oftentimes, and then you have that aha moment, that moment when you say, you know what, that makes sense. I never thought about it that way. We're human. So things like that happen. So tonight I want to talk about, I was going to say tonight's segment, but I want to talk about that it's okay to invest in yourself. It is okay to invest in yourself. It is okay to invest in yourself. Let me make sure this signal is trying to act up. Okay. It is okay to invest in yourself. And I say that, and I want you to hear me carefully. Oftentimes we may feel guilty about investing in ourselves. And when I say investing in ourselves, I'm not just talking about spending money on ourselves. I'm talking about taking the time to rest, shutting stuff down, telling people no, resting, getting your mind right, doing nothing. Not like you have to go here, then everywhere. You can rest at home. You can go somewhere for the weekend and just rest and enjoy another scenery, another environment. It's okay to invest in yourself. Investing in our own self is very important. I always tell individuals, and I always say, I'm no good to anybody, especially when it comes to walking in my purpose, if I'm not good to myself first. There's no way that if I'm restless and I've been moving and going and going and going and going and going, after a while, my body's going to shut down. My productivity is not going to be the same. My thinking is not going to be the same. I might be a little antsy. Stuff might be happening, and it may cause me to act a little differently. Why? Because I may be tired in my body, definitely tired in my mind, emotionally drained. You got to know when it is time for you to invest in yourself. Like the people, like we say, we call it self-care, and everybody's self-care may look different. Don't always think when you're taking time for yourself and doing self-care that you got to be around all these different people. Sometimes people do not like being alone, and I don't understand that. I love my alone time. I love to be able to meditate and just write stuff down, read, twiddle my thumbs if I want to. But I'm not afraid to be lonely. Some individuals have to be around somebody all the time. You're not able to hear clearly. You're not able to hear, hear your own self clearly. Hear what God is trying to tell you clearly. You're not able to think clearly when your mind is always clouded, or you're always around individuals. You have to take time to invest in yourself. You have to take time to make sure that your mind is healthy. When they say mental health is just as important as emotional health and physical health. You have to make sure that your mind is at rest. Your mind is peaceful. A lot of times we're stressed out. Stress causes many of things. To those of you that are coming on, hello, thank you for joining me. But stress brings a lot of illness as well. Physiologically, stress does some things to our bodies. Emotionally, stress does some things to our body. Mentally, stress does some things to our body. And so we have to understand that it's okay that you're not going to be at every engagement or every event, whether if it's personal events or church events. It's okay that you're not going to be at every meeting. And the thing about it is you have to understand, even when it comes to, you need the rest, your body is shutting down because it tells you, but you're steady trying to do, you try to attend every event, every church event, try to be so people can see your face, instead of saying, no, I'm going to rest, because you feel obligated, and you're not feeling convicted, because God, he's going to show you and tell you what you need to do. You ain't even spending enough time with him to study in your word, to get yourself together, to just meditate on the things that he has called you to do, because you're so busy trying to do everything else, so people can see, oh, that's she was here, oh, she attending that, oh, this, like you're gonna get a cookie or something for being in attendance for every event, or like you're gonna get some type of cake or a medal award for going to the most services for the year. It doesn't work that way, and you're not getting nothing done but running around with your hair cut off, because you don't want to invest in yourself. And you're wondering why you're not able to get certain things done, is because you're not being effective as you think you are. Invest in yourself. Know when to say no. Know when your mind needs to be mentally and receive mental rest. Know when you need to, especially when it comes that you're in some type of leadership role. Sometimes, especially the church, in church, know when sometimes you can get very drained. You might need to go someplace, investing in yourself, to hear. It's okay to hear other voices, as long as the word God has unctioned you or instructed you to. And as long as their voice is a sound word of God, and not that you just trying to go here, then everywhere, just to be seen somewhere. Sit down somewhere and learn to invest in yourself. The poor, some of us, we pour out so much to other individuals, and we have to know when we need to invest in ourselves. When you might need to go because you got some trauma that you've been dealing with, and you realized during this pandemic that you need to be seen. You need to sit down and talk to somebody. There's some things that's on your heart. You need to go get some counsel. If you're sitting around and you're thinking about things, stuff is coming up that you've been dealing with for years, and you thought you had to suppress and that you was delivered from it, and this during this pandemic you see that stuff is trickling back up, that's trauma. You have trauma that you need to deal with. We can't move with trauma in our lives. We cannot advance and do the things and go to another level if we continue to have traumatic things to hold us back. Trauma is real, and everybody's trauma is different. So invest in yourself, even mentally. It's okay to say, I need help. It's okay if you're a business owner, or you're trying to be a business owner, or you're looking to be a business owner, and you don't have it all together. You can't do everything, because there's different things when it comes to learning, and we have to understand that when we're trying to do a thing, and we have different ideas or different gifts, it's okay to seek and get help. How are you ever going to get to the next level if you think that you know everything what to do and you don't? You're afraid to call this person or do this to that person or whatever, because you're afraid. And now I'm talking finances, of spending money. We waste money. Listen, we waste money on so many things, but we won't invest in ourselves. Investments yield earnings years and years and years after. I'm not talking about investing and you doing a little something and you just invest. I'm talking about when I'm talking about this business thing, I'm talking about, you have this idea. You know that God has told you to launch this or to do that, and you doing mediocre things because you don't want to spend no money. You got to spend money to make money. And things out here are not free. So even invest in yourself when it comes to business aspects. Invest in yourself when it comes to ideas. Invest in yourself. It's one thing, we can invest in everybody else's business. We can help people do this and that. And then when it comes to investing in your own self, you stingy with your own self. And self said, girl, if you do not get yourself together, self is looking at you like, okay, you run around supporting this person, but you ain't even invested in your own. And you know what God has showed you to do. It's okay to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself when it comes to socially. Some of you are so used to, I don't trust nobody. I've been hurt so much by different people. I'm just going to be, just used to hang with the people I kind of know a little bit. And you really don't know them because they messy, and you're scared to step out and meet. I ain't talking about meet a whole group of people, but there are some other people that's for you, that's really probably called to you, but because of past situation and past messy marriages and all of that, past individual circumstances you've been through, and your homeboy, you done been burnt by him 2-3 times or whatever. You have a wall up. Come on now, I know I'm talking right. So invest in yourself, even socially. Step out sometimes with your girls, with your homeboys or your guys, whatever you want to call them. Step out with them. Enjoy meeting new people. Now that don't mean you have to have them in your circle, or they got to be over your house every day. Cause see, it's a little bit different like that with me. But I mean, everybody different. But socially, invest in yourself. You lonely, and you feel why you're lonely because you didn't been burned in the past. But listen, stop stepping back there. That was a lesson for you. That was a lesson for you. So socially, invest in yourself. When going back to this mental thing, you have to understand that rest is important. Just like it says, he said in the word, come to me, those that are heavy laden and weary, and I and burden, whatever you want to use, and I will give you rest. Sometimes we can wear ourselves out. We can carry so many burdens on. We can be so weary. It can be situations that we're going through, situations that we've actually took on from other people, but our mental health is important. So you have to rest in his peace. You have to give him your cares and your burdens so that he can take care of it. We're so busy sometimes trying to take care of everything, trying to be superwoman and superman, and we are weary. We are bogged down. Some people looking old. They 20-30 years old. They looking like they 50. Why? Because you're stressed out about the cares of the world. You burning out. You burdened by your situations, other people's situations, how people doing you, whatever the case may be. Rest. Invest in yourself and get you some rest. Shut stuff down. Get counseling if you need it. But it is okay to invest in yourself. If they call you crazy, it's okay. They're crazy because they got all this other stuff going on, and their pride don't want them to seek help, or don't want them to try to find out what's going on. And that does not mean you crazy. That means that you are wise. It's time out for keep throwing stuff under the rug when you know that you're burdened. It's time out to keep telling people, walking around acting like everything is all right when you know it's not. It's okay to invest in yourself physically. Invest in yourself. If you know you've been to the doctor keep telling you your blood pressure high, you're diabetic, and then some other things. And he said you're overweight, you got to lose weight, you got to stop eating this. And you think, I believe the report of the Lord. What God said, he's a healer. Yeah, he is a healer. But we got to put in our own work. You cannot expect for miracles to happen and you're not putting in any work. You can't expect for things, the word to work for you when you're not working the word. What I mean by working the word, he is a healer. But the doctor's report, it said don't believe it. Yeah, but you got to put in work. Faith without works is dead. So how you're gonna say you're a diabetic or your blood pressure high? The doctor says, okay, listen, you're overweight, and you need to cut down on this. You need to add some protein. You need to cut down on this. You need to do that. Your iron, all that. And you just say, you know what? I'm not going to do none of that. But I trust you, Lord. Yes, I trust you. I'm a believer in you, speaking all them tongues and quoting them scriptures. Where they do that at? Why? Because you got to put in work. Faith without work is dead. And some of us don't want to work. Listen, I'm going to work for mine. I'm going to pray for mine. I'm going to fast for mine. And I'm going to work for mine. Why? Because I know those are the concepts. See, the majority of the things that we want, especially when we're seeking things from the Lord, we have to do our part. Literally. It's time out for thinking and getting discouraged because you haven't seen that he don't look like he coming through and he ain't answering your prayers. What not aren't you not doing? If for the physical health, if the doctor is telling you that to lose weight, go to the gym. Okay, oh, I can't afford a membership. Okay, do some activity. Go Google and look up some physical activities that you can do at home and do it at home. There's no excuses. Cut back on some things. Stop eating all that them pork rinds and the fat back and some of these other things that we may eat. You got to put in some work. That stuff's good though, but we got to put in some work now. We a lot of oftentimes some of us get discouraged not because of what the word says, because we want the word to do everything and we don't want to do nothing. It does not work that way. You're going to have to put in some work. I'm sorry if someone else told you different. You can have all the faith that you want. It says faith without work is dead. So don't expect the promises of God and for him to do his part when you ain't doing nothing. We wouldn't want our children to do that. So we got to get it together. We got to understand that it's okay to invest in yourself, but some things we're going to have to discipline ourselves too. We're going to have to discipline ourselves to do. So I said mental health, socially, invest in ourselves socially, invest in yourself when it comes to so I say mentally, physically, and socially. Let's talk about financially. And I'm about to let you go. Don't keep talking about, you want this, you want to have that. The minimum wage is this, that, and the other. Okay, minimum wage, we know, we've been knowing this for years, is a certain way. It is what it is. But why we have to stop continue making excuses. You can build wealth for yourself and for your children and set up for your children's children. We have to get out of the mindset that somebody owe us anything and you have to work for it. Nothing was never given to me. I am a worker. I've always been that. From the time I was an adult, I have worked for mine. I never expected anyone to give me anything because I wanted that concept and I wanted to teach my children that concept. So I didn't expect anything. I worked. So if you want more in life, I don't care what you have done. I don't care who has told you what. I don't care the laws. Okay, if you went to jail and you got this on your record, this, that, and that, you can't work. Listen, in this pandemic, they making revisions and provisions for a lot of things. Even people that got criminal backgrounds, depending on what you got now. You can't think that you don't murder somebody, you don't kill somebody's child, or you don't rape somebody. You can go work with some children, and you can go in and teach in a classroom. Now you got to use wisdom. Now the thing about it is, you made those decisions, you committed the crimes or whatever you did. It's not society's fault. We make everybody makes choices, and it's a different ball game when it comes to that, because some people have been in some circumstances where they have been accused to be guilty, and they actually were not guilty, and they spent years and finally been exonerated and things been overturned. We're not talking about those extenuating circumstances. I'm talking in general. What I'm talking about is financially investing in yourself. If you want better, you're going to have to do better. You can't continue to blame everybody else, your mama, your cousin, how you was born, your grandmama, you were born here. You cannot. Get you some help in those areas. Get you some counseling in those areas of trauma. Get connected to some resources in your community that can help you to overcome anything, even your mind. Listen, The listen, let me tell you something. There's some wealth out here in the land, in the nation, and we're supposed to have it. Who's the we? The righteous. The righteous. It's laid up and stored up for us. It may look like the wicked individuals have it, but it's stored and laid up for us. We just got to tap in. We just got to tap in. And don't get mad when your brother or your sister taps in and starts overcoming their struggles and different things because they decided to tap in. They decided to change their mind, and then the wealth starts coming. Why? They put work into it. They didn't continue blaming the system. They didn't continue blaming their family members or whoever. All this other stuff. You got to put in. You have to put in some work because listen, the days to come, y'all. It is so. We don't heard the prophets say. You read it. It's in the word. It's speaking. I'm talking about. It's coming. We're getting ready to go into a famine, and if you're not ready, those excuses are not going to work. Why do you think these grocery stores? Somebody they're running out of food. Prices right high. We got to get it together. And understand we have to do stuff on our part. So invest in yourself even financially. The meaning to try to get other jobs, to go to school to excel, to get the skills that you may need. It might not be a degree program. You don't have to go and get all these different degrees. Yeah, I have a lot of different degrees, but if I would have known then what I know now, I would just continue getting certifications. I'm thankful for the knowledge. But listen, it's time and it's money for some of the things that I have done thus far, and I'm not even finished. So these certifications are that people are getting, they're paying six figures, they're paying some good money. Search and go and look. And the IT field is a good one to go into. Engineering is a good one to go into. Listen, there are certifications you can obtain at your community college. You just got to tap in and ask. There's some free programs that colleges are paying for through the community college to go get certifications. If your child is in, junior or senior, they can go to school and work and still and be having a job. It's so many programs that's out. We got to financially want to tap into be aware of, not only look to seek the knowledge. Once you're aware of the information, you need to move in it because it's not going to come to you. You're going to have to go to it. So you have to invest in yourself so financially you can have the monies. So you won't keep saying, and you need to quote, I would never be broke another day in my life. If you think you broke, and stop saying broke, you just might can't see it right now. But words are powerful. So remember that. Remember that you can be and do all things, but you got to put in some work. You got to cast down those negative thoughts that have come to say that you can't do. You got to cast down those thoughts that you yourself haven't been free from and get free. It's okay to invest in yourself. Come on now, y'all talking real good up here. It's okay. I just come by this evening to let you know that it is okay for you to invest in yourself. It's okay for you to invest in your business. It's okay for you to invest in your mental health. It's okay for you to invest in your social life. It's okay for you to invest in your physical being. It's okay. Why? Because you want to be a better you. You want to tap into everything that God has for you. You want to be the best version of you that you can be. Why? Not only for yourself, but many of us have children and they are watching. Many of us have people that are attached to us and they are watching. Man, how did he do that? He done went to prison and came out. I'm talking about excelling. Got multiple businesses, doing this, doing that. How did he do that? When he was brought up in foster care? How does she do that with her trauma that she had when she was younger? Amaze people by your actions. Amaze people by not giving up. Amaze people to show them that if he or she can do it, I know that I can do it. That's what we need to be doing in this season. Amazing people. And you can do that part as well by investing in yourself. There are people that are dependent on you. There are people that are watching you that you don't even know. So invest in yourself. Be a better you. Be a healthier you. Be a joyful you. Be a sound mind you. And I promise you that the days ahead will bring you things that you've been waiting on for a long time. He was just waiting for you to put in some work. That's all. He was waiting for you to take the first step to really show him that you want it. There's so many things that are laid up for us. So many promises that have been spelled out for our life because he knows the plans. But we got to show him that we want it. And we do that by putting in work. So know this, it is okay for you to invest in yourself, to become a better you. Not for only you, but for others, the ones that are attached to you, the ones that are watching you and you don't know. Hopefully I said something on this evening that has touched you, that has given you an aha moment, that has encouraged you to want to invest in yourself in the different areas that I did mention, and they are more. I speak the blessings of God over your life. I pray that you understand and you walk in the importance of investing in yourself. I pray that you are free from any bondage, any stronghold, anything that has been hovering you and keeping you in chains. Tonight, I pray that you be free. I pray that you continue to have a sound mind so that you can walk in peace, so you can understand when the instructions are given to you and have clarity of what you're supposed to do. I pray that your families are blessed beyond measure. And I pray that you understand that you have a purpose and that you begin to walk in your purpose to fulfill the work that you have on this side, because there will be a day that we will all leave this place. And you want to make sure that you've done everything that you were destined to do. I don't want no halfway blessings. I want them all. And I want them all now. So I'm going to do everything that I have been instructed to do so that I can live life more abundantly on this side. Because I already know how the other side, heaven, is going to be. And that is my focus. I don't know about you, but that's a daily work. Do you hear me? So, blessings unto you. And until next time I see you, which is next Wednesday, same time and same place, be encouraged. And remember, it is okay for you to invest in yourself. Blessings.